Oh, look what time it is. It is time to begin.
Time to
well,
roll.
well. Welcome, everybody. This is a big night for us. We got a lot going on. Yeah, come on in, Slink C. You look at this crowd, okay? If you invited these people to your house, wouldn't this be a party? Come on, in First Life, nobody shows up like this, you know?
Más tequila, por favor.
Yes, exactly. So, anyhow, we're going to start this, and we're going to do maybe more than once. But, Ada, come on up here and tell the story of why we're doing this special show tonight and what's going on and all that stuff.
Hey, Lauren.
Okay?
You're looking gorgeous. The fundraiser tonight, and thank you, Lauren, for hosting this, is for New Media Arts, Inc., which is a nonprofit public charity that's devoted to the digital arts. We have three main projects. One of them is called Antique Pattern Library, which is an effort to scan all of the old pre-copyright books on makers' crafts, everything from needlework to architecture, and get it onto the internet. And the two other projects are virtual world projects, which you might be familiar with. One of them is Avatar Repertory Theater, and I'm going to have Corin Allen come and talk about them in a second. And the third one is relatively new, and that's Avatar Media Productions, which is our video arm of it. And right now we're doing a production of Flying Saucers Return from a script that Selby and Catboy wrote last year out of Selby's comedy writers group that he had here in Second Life. So anyway, the funding will be used to support Avatar Media's Productions video series Flying Saucers Return, to speed up the library development of the work of Antique Pattern Library. We have 3,000 books and only 1,000 have gotten up into the library. The rest have to be scanned, photo edited, and archived, and we need money for that. Although we do have a team of 70 volunteers on that one. And also to support the regular hour-long shows that Avatar Repertory Theater does every other Friday in Second Life, and to expand, we hope to virtual shows and other virtual grids. We are eligible to receive tax-deductible charitable donations. Our tax ID number and address and all that is on a note card. If you want it, ask me and I will hand it to you. Corwin, you're up. Talk about the theater.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Hey, very good.
And you note that all the actors naturally gravitate toward the bar. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, there is. Lauren, you're looking smoking tonight, honey.
Oh, thank you. You want to get in the phone booth again?
Oh, yeah, like last week.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only do that with Thunder.
I know. Well, we could bring
Yeah,
Thunder.
hopefully y'all saw that.
Interesting.
Heard that.
Thank you for hosting this for us tonight, Lauren. It's great to have you doing this for us. It's wonderful. We are Avatar Repertory Theater. We are the longest running and oldest still existing live theater company in Second Life. And our theater's right here next door to Lauren's place. You can see it up on the hill. We've got a calendar out front that shows what our productions are for upcoming Fridays. We're on a bi-weekly schedule. We just had a show last week. We've got one coming up in 2. Actually, we've got 3 coming up in November because we just got interviewed. Madam Thespian Underhill, one of our actresses, got interviewed by Drax, and he's been putting together a huge video production on our company that'll be coming up, I believe, sometime late November. So we're going to have 3 back-to-back shows in November to kind of springboard that interview. But come on out, 5 o'clock Friday nights, and come see some live theater. We mix it up. We do things from regular shows and scene work to the occasional peep behind the curtain where we show you what the acting process is. We do a little improvisation and that sort of thing to kind of work our own chops, so you get to see the workshop in action sometimes. So it's kind of fun. And it's an exciting... I've been an actor for mumble years. We're not going to talk about how long that's been. And for me as an actor, this is one of the most exciting venues for live theater. It really makes me work, stretches my limits as an actor. And we hope you come and get entertained. Thank you again, Lauren. Thank you, Thinker.
All right.
Well, aren't they great? That's fabulous. By the way, they really do put on some great shows. You should get over there. You have to
I'd like T to come up too to talk about
Oh,
Avatar
good.
Media
Yes,
Productions.
absolutely.
Our
Come on
video
up.
director.
All right.
Yes,
Our
yes, sirree.
director of
And I'll just
video
run over
operations.
everybody in the audience. That's fine.
Yeah,
This is my
That's
third
it.
day in
That's
SL.
good.
We're good.
That's great, Thunder. Come on up here. Give me a hug.
How you doing, Lauren?
Big boy, I'm doing good.
Hey, I haven't had phone sex like that in like 3-4 years.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a while.
We were next door
Anyway.
together, in case you guys are wondering.
Uh-huh. Anyway,
We
so
stopped
yeah, so
wondering
I'm
about you guys a long time ago.
well, I'm starting up the video wing of the new media arts, and I'm trying to come up with a plan for like kind of making a cookie cutter method of putting together videos, machinimas, and I think I would like to put out to all of y'all that like machinimas. Let's come up with a better name than machinima, because it's never going to catch on with that. Just saying.
How about watching
Anyway,
Go watch
Watch.
Machinima
Virtual
by
films?
Maytag.
virtual films. Anyway, so so I guess we were gonna do we're gonna leak a special preview edition of Flying Saucers Return Episode 1, and I guess hey Selby, are we gonna play that, or is that just we're just gonna skip it because it doesn't work on Mac?
I think we probably should skip it because it will not be seen by the people with Macs. We can play.
Well, how many people have a Mac? Let's find out.
Well,
we got-
yes.
Me.
Yeah, so a couple of people have Macs. You can watch it at the same time by simply copying the slurl
Link.
into the slink. The what? The link?
The link.
The slurl.
Yeah, I got a
don't
link.
know.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah,
we
I got it.
We can show it if you'd
Put
like.
a link there, and everybody can watch it. Okay. Hey,
I'll tell you
Let's
what,
do that.
we'll watch it
and
on the
does-
half hour so everybody can have their stuff up and running. So at exactly
Okay, and
on
does
the half
everybody-
hour.
Is everybody able to cam out onto the porch behind us?
The one towards the ocean. Yeah.
Yep.
Probably.
Well, I'm sure if you know how to cam, you can do it. I'm just it will work better if I can put it outside on the porch because it's big.
Has
And,
everybody learned how to walk in Second Life yet?
I'm still learning that.
You don't have to walk.
I'm
Nobody
working
walks.
on
Oh,
it.
I can do it, but I
Yeah.
can't talk. I can't talk
be-
and chew gum at the same time, or else I'll
patient.
crash.
Okay, we'll
Anyway.
plan on. Well, okay. Well, you decide on the time. It could be at the half hour.
Well,
It could be
Half hour, you get it all out there. We're going to call it all back and have it happen in the half hour. Okay, that way everybody who's here, there'll be more
Sounds
people
good.
coming, and we want them to see it. So we'll make sure that that's the time.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, this is our first foray into making machinimas as our little group. So hopefully we'll be able to do more of this. Hopefully you like it. And there's 5 scenes, probably going to be released in 4-scene increments. And if that works well, we're going to take that approach that we used in building a structure for scripting, video, audio, producing, and then we're going to try to package that as a deal where we'll just be able to punch stuff out. As a
And we're
production
going to
team.
try not to suck.
And we're going to try not to suck. That's right. Absolutely.
We never tried
Oh,
that
we're not-
before.
We're trying to be funny, which is even harder.
That is hard.
It is hard.
So anyway, Lauren, I want to thank you. Selby, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to head up this team of artists. And thank you all for
My
coming out
pleasure.
tonight.
Yeah.
And I think that's
All
all I
right.
got. Do I have anything else? I think that's it.
I don't know. Do you have anything else?
And-
You should
and-
have added something else.
And that's why the mechanic doesn't do that anymore. All right, thank you. I'll be here all
right,
week.
there you go.
Oh, look at that. He doffs his hat.
That is so cool. I want that. I want that
Is
animation.
this Rhinestone Cowboy? Is that the outfit?
Milady. Did his voice cut out?
Lawrence of Wales. That's what he is. All right, go ahead.
Scotland.
No, I don't see
Milady?
his white dot wiggling. So
Okay, we're waiting for you,
his
Magnus.
voice.
Did
Hello.
you
I think-
lose?
Oh, there
Here
he
he goes.
There he is.
All right.
Back.
You actually.
Go for it.
2 seconds there as ever. Right, it's good to see you this evening. Normally, it's too late to come along unless it's a special occasion like a holiday for me. But this evening, we've got this weird thing with the 7 hours time difference because we went back a week ago. So it's not that late. Great. Right,
Ah.
okay. So, here's some of my thoughts for you. My girlfriend. It's difficult to say what she does. She sells seashells on the seashore.
Oh.
If you're being chased by a police dog, try not to go through a tunnel, then onto a little seesaw thing, then jump through a hoop of fire.
An agility chase.
Police
That's just
dogs
a
are
challenge.
trained for that.
Very cute.
I don't know if you've ever fallen asleep whilst eating a plate of cauliflower. Then woken up and thought you were in the clouds.
That's nuts.
So the other day I found the spiritual leader of Tibet. He sent me a large goat with a long neck. It turns out I'd found Dalai Lama.
Oh.
Aw.
Well, I got
Okay,
That's funny.
so the world's easiest job, it's an Australian psychiatrist. G'day, g'day. How you doing? No worries. Next.
$100, please.
I'm very British, really. I even ordered a book on the internet called How to Have Absolutely Nothing to Do with Your Neighbours.
Oh, great.
Unfortunately, I was out when it was delivered.
Oh. Well, no, your neighbor's not going to pick it up, is he? No.
Militant feminists, I take my hat off to them. That really annoys them.
Hey,
you go.
great animation.
That is great. That's a great animation.
That is really good. I like it.
The pollen count. Now that's a difficult job, especially if you've got hay fever. The worst job I ever had was as a forensicologist for the United Nations. One time I thought I'd come across the mass grave of 1,000 snowmen, but it turned out it was a field of carrots. I got arrested for playing chess in the street. I said, "Is it because I am black?"
Oh. Get on it.
My parents said they had to make a lot of sacrifices to pay for my education. Worryingly, they're both druids.
Okay.
My grandfather was famous for inventing the cold air balloon, but it never really took off. I went out with this girl the other night. She wore a really slinky number. I tell you, she looked great going down the stairs.
Give me a second.
Walks downstairs alone in pairs and makes a big sing.
Sing it, cowboy.
A lot of people really like cats. Take His Holiness the Pope, for example. I read recently that he was a cat-oholic. I was driving the other day and the police stopped me. They asked me to get the sheep off the road.
Okay.
And my
Okay.
last one for the evening, because it's a quickie. Most of my relatives are police marksmen, apart from my granddad, who was a bank robber. Unfortunately, he died recently, but he was surrounded by his close family.
Yay.
Very, very kind.
Yay! Yay!
Bravo. Yeah. Hey. Thank you so much, Magnus. Thanks for coming. We really enjoyed that. I got to tell
Thanks,
you,
it was a
I
pleasure.
I
Short
went
and
to a
sweet.
wedding Saturday at a Catholic church. How many of you know what Catholics are? For marriage, children, right? So here I'm at the wedding. Oh, here's somebody came up. That's interesting. You are in a very interesting costume there, Diasuno.
I think he's kind of lost.
Yeah. Anyhow, so I'm there, and they go through the little, the mystical stuff, the waving of the hands and all that stuff, long before they got to the actual marriage itself. And then he gets up and he says the following. He begins with this in front of a whole audience with a very young couple about to get married. He goes, well, this 80-year-old woman came up to her priest and said, I'm going to get married for the 4th time. Right then was really difficult at a wedding to hear somebody say that, right? I mean, forget the rest of the joke. We were going to 4th wedding. Jesus. Well, now I have to tell the joke since you didn't laugh at the part that was funny, okay?
Okay.
She was going to marry a funeral director. So the priest said, well, I'm curious, who did you marry before? She said, well, the first marriage was a banker. And the second marriage was a performer from this little performance group in here, probably. The third one was a pastor, and the fourth one was a funeral director. And the priest said, well, that's most unusual, to go from that. What was that all about? She says, well, 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, and 4 to go. All right. And this is what he said, okay? So, a couple of labels that I always find labels interesting. This is one right out of the Nitol sleeping pills, okay? It says on the side, may cause drowsiness. Is that really? I mean, you should know that if you're buying it.
Truth in advertising.
Yeah. Here's one. Of course, this was the Vidal Sassoon hairdryer. It says, do not use while sleeping. I've always wondered, is anybody married to somebody who actually used the hairdryer while they were sleeping? And this is from W.H. Collins, Vanishing Fabric Makers. The vanishing fabric maker should not be used as a writing instrument for signing checks or any legal documents. And here's one from the Dremel Multi-Pro rotary tools. You all know what those Dremel tools are, right?
Yeah.
You've seen them in the shop, right? Yep. On the side of their box says, this product is not intended to be used as a dental drill.
Yes.
That's what I was planning to do.
Yeah, right. You got to wonder. There are people, they have things to cut hair at home and the rest, so they may be doing that with that, all right? Here's one. This is a product called a razor scooter, and it says on the side of it, do not eat.
Scooter pie.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, so that's a couple of those, and who's coming in here? Listen, this is a big deal. I want you to stop for a moment, reach into your lindens way over there. They didn't tell you, but there's 2 types of pots. One over to my right, your left. You'll see a barrel, a checkered barrel that you put lindens into. Then you can see a sign, and if you touch that sign properly, your entire bank account will be disappeared right into it. But no, it will actually allow you to go to PayPal, which will then give you the ability to write it off because this is a 401c or something like that, right? And it only costs you $3,000 when you're audited by the federal government. That's what the hell.
I keep paying it with Linden, hoping a crash test dummy is going to pop out of it at any time.
Yeah, exactly. So, how about this? What do you think the most expensive things ever sold on eBay were? I'm going to give you number 10. We'll see if you get to them along the way. The number 10 was, you'll like this. Well, many of you are going to think about doing this. Ian Usher sold his life for $309,292.
He sold his life.
Ian Usher posted his life for sale on eBay in 2008 and sold it for the final bid of $309,292. Usher took this unconventional way to start over fresh, getting rid of his house, car, jet skis, even his job, along with all his other possessions. The Australian had hit the breaking point after going through a divorce with his wife and wanted to get rid of his life as he knew it. After handing his life over to an unknown buyer, Usher walked off with the clothes on his back, his passport and a wallet. He wrote on his website for the project, alifeforsale.com. Quote, I am still not sure whether this is inspired madness, complete foolishness, or just some sort of midlife crisis. End of quote. Whatever it was, he's number 10, the highest sale ever. Now, before we bring up all these other comedians, because we've got a few more minutes, and then we're going to do this big show outside, and then we're going to bring up Doc, and we're going to bring up Catboy. So we got a whole big show, and then we have also Tamara Hayden's coming here, and she's promised to sing for a month. Okay, so we can raise enough money. Okay, so number 9. All right.
Yeah, non-stop. That's impressive.
Yeah. For $577,610. Shoeless Joe Jackson's baseball bat. Now, what I want to know is anybody, I mean, how do you know that that's his bat? Come on, you know? Wasn't Shoeless Joe a crook anyhow? Yeah, anyhow, so anyhow, that's what that sold. Now, for $1 million, somebody sold a Ferrari Enzo. I don't know what you think about that, but that was sold. I'm always amazed by these people buying these old cars that didn't work to begin with, you know, for this bigness. A baseball card. Yep.
Mickey Mantle?
Honus Wagner's baseball card, 1.1 million. I mean, you got to wonder who's looking at eBay. This must be like, you know, like who's this Carl Icahn is on there? Well, let's go buy something on eBay today. And you'll like this. Number 7. An entire town of Bridgeville, California was sold for
that made the news.
million.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still own it. I can't get rid of it.
We'll put it back on eBay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep, they bought the town in 1973 and decided to sell it in 2002. Had 8 houses, a post office, a cafe, and 30 residents. I wonder what the residents thought, right? Here's for $2.1 million. Someone sold a house with a war-proof bunker. How about that?
All right.
This house is worth more now that Ebola is the big thing, but there it is.
Okay.
This house was sold in upstate New York in the Adirondacks, okay? And there it is. Although they valued the finished house and bunker at $18 million, they sold it for just $2.1 million.
That's a deal.
Now, Texas went for more than California. They sold a town in Texas at number 4 for $2.5 million.
Everything's
An insurance broker named Bobby Cave scooped up the town for only $216,000 and then resold it a few years later on eBay for $2.5 million. That was a good deal, huh?
Well, he's a flipper.
Yeah, nice move.
He's a master householder.
Yeah.
Flip this down. Now, you all know one of the biggest things sold on eBay was lunch with Warren Buffett, right? $2.6 million.
Okay.
Lunch with Warren Buffett. And, you know, he takes you to Dairy Queen for that money, you know?
You should be able to take the whole Dairy Queen home.
You pick the restaurant of your choice, he buys it for you.
Yeah. Somebody sold, for number 2, a Gulfstream 2 for $4.9 million. Okay.
Yeah, we expect something like that to cost that much.
Yep.
Can I guess what number 1 is?
Number 1 was the Giga Yacht for $168 million. Don't you love that?
Crazy thing. Never would have guessed that.
Whoa, 168 million. Can you imagine the commission to PayPal? I mean, whoa!
Whoa.
Doesn't that really piss you off, though?
And
you think you got 200 quid for your phone?
Well, guess the nationality of who bought it. I'll just give you the nationality. Go for a nationality.
Saudi Arabia.
Russian, you got it, exactly.
Russian.
Roman up
Hey!
Yeah. I think I'll pick up a trinket.
Yeah.
Bunch of billionaires.
Pick up a
A
bobo.
bobo, right, a bobo.
What the hell are you doing? I am bidding on PayPal. I am bidding on eBay. Leave me. You know, I am having fun.
All right, now, everybody, we got only 3 more minutes, and we're going to get this whole thing set up outside. Do you have it set up outside, think?
Yes, it is set up.
It's set up. Do you want to put the link in here so that everybody has a chance to get it all together before we flip it on? Don't have to be exactly at the 5:30 mark. Just let's get it going now. We're ready to go with it.
It's two different things. The link, if you use the link, if you use the link, it's going to open a link in your viewer on your machine.
And if you have a PC, it'll open outside by clicking on it, and it will open immediately into an ISIS camp, which you will then spend the rest of your life.
If you look out here, you'll see that there's a big sign, and all you have to do is click on this sign, and then that will start showing.
God, this is the problem with this guy.
I'm getting it now.
I got it.
He's old and slow. What do you want?
There's the link. The link is there. Don't click on it yet. Just get ready. Okay? We got enough. When everybody's ready, raise your hands. Hey, Greg, how are you? Good to see you.
And by the way, just FYI, the video sounds a lot better on headphones. Just saying.
Ready.
Everybody's ready? We got everybody ready? All right. When I count to 3,
Sector 12 secure. Now, move on to Sector 7G.
As you command, sir.
3.
The Great Rector is trying to arouse us on the Excretron.
Oh, Great Rector, we prostrate ourselves before you.
We extract our spleens and consume them in honor of your presence.
You may dispense with the peasantries. I am here to give you terrible news, and even worse orders.
What are your orders, O great expeller of perfumed flatus?
I now convey to you tip-top sacred information. You are bound to silence under penalty of extreme death. Our greatest scientists have been working to unlock the powers of the arcane space artifact, the Neurovog. Our scientists say the Neurovog has powers so great, even their gifted minds cannot comprehend the powers. But the Neurovog has mysteriously taken flight under its own power and escaped our grasp. It has traveled at an impossible speed to an isolated region of the Earth.
Earth? Oh, Earth is bad news.
For you two it is. Because of your previous experience with Earth, the pair of you will go to Earth and find the Neurovog. Capture it in the inescapable specimen trap and bring it back. Return it so our scientists can harness its power and make us the rulers of the universe. And don't screw up this time.
It is that powerful, is it? I can see why our scientists want it back. We can only hope they can handle it effectively this time. Perhaps we should examine it first.
It is that powerful. Handle it with extreme caution. Capture it and leave it alone. Do not attempt to examine it.
Of course, we will do as you command, sire, but if we venture near the Earth again, what are the dangers of encountering the Great King?
Your mission is to be a secret. We hope the Great King will never know of your presence. Do everything you can to keep your presence hidden from the Earthlings, especially the military.
And the television people, of course. If they get wind of us, they will talk about it for years.
So stay downwind of them.
We will do as you command. Do we know the exact location of the Neurovog?
Unfortunately, no. There is a highly localized interference field caused by an unknown power source. It is obvious that this interference is a primitive attempt by the humans to shield the Neurovog from us. Find the source of this interference. Apprehend and interrogate the natives to see if they called the Neurovog to them. Do everything you can to extract their secrets.
We do as you command.
If we fail, we shall eviscerate ourselves in great ritual sacrifice.
I would expect as much. But only from the commander. For you, Rust, The ritual suicide is optional. Now, go forth and do as you have been commanded. I have spoken.
You really know how to suck up to your superiors.
What do you mean?
Eviscerate ourselves. Are you bucking for promotion? On my ship?
I suck up? You're the one who said his farts smell like perfume. I'm just showing the great rector the respect becoming of his status.
Don't forget my status is your superior officer. And until my internal organs are extracted and left to burn in the fire pits of Ragu, I am the great king around here. Got it?
Will you two stop bickering? You both know how to suck up to superiors, don't you?
Oh no, sire.
Well, you better learn. Now, get on with your job. The citizens of Proctologia depend upon you.
Commence scanning.
We have located the interference that is hiding the Neurovog from our scans. It's in a small rural area on the Piedmont Plateau, not far from the national capital, Washington. The interference seems to be associated with the habitat of ambulatory dwellings.
What is that habitat?
Immaculate Perception Trailer Park, where the elite meet for treats. It is not clear what treats are offered.
This must be the secret location of the human operatives trying to unlock the secrets of the Neurovog for themselves. We must go to this trailer park, abduct several subjects, and interrogate them.
Just as the great rector commanded 30 seconds ago. You really know how to suck up to him.
What did you say?
Coordinates in.
Engage space warp. Onward for the great rector and the citizens of Proctologia. Proctologia is nothing to be sniffed at.
Okay, well, there you go. Everybody's still here?
I'm back.
Hello, hello, it's over.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Yeah. I want you all to know that film only cost $2.9 million to make, and it'll be sold on eBay. If you want to pick it up for just $53 million. All right.
All right.
There you go. Let's give a round of applause to everybody who worked on that. Fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm back.
Very good. Now, because of our time schedule tonight, we'll just do a couple quick things, and then we're going to bring Doc up next.
All right.
I did a couple of Google searches. You can do this. If you type in Chuck Norris can, these things will come up. Divide by zero, slam a revolving door, believe it's not butter, do anything, blow bubbles with beef jerky. I thought that was a really good one. Swim through the land. Google's kind of fun when you do stuff like that, right? Here's one. If you search Aren't You, it'll fill in things a little short for a stormtrooper, glad, a sight for sore eyes. And if you type I'm out of E and don't type further, it says eggs, or it'll say estrogen. No. All right. Come on, Doc. Get up here. Nobody's I don't even know if anybody's still here. Is anybody still here?
Yay.
Hello?
I think they're just here to keep the traffic up in the sim.
Let's try and give some money over there.
Doc.
Don't forget to give some money to over there where the barrel is and the rest. Anybody put any money in there yet? Anyone?
Yes, I did.
Good. We got one. Those of you
No,
who do not
somebody
put
is
money into
enjoying
that
it
little
there. I'm
jar
seeing
over
it.
there, just so you know, anybody who fails to put money into that jar will be immediately shifted out of Second Life and into Google Lively for the rest of your life. Okay, so this is what's going to happen if you don't give.
Okay,
All
I've
right,
decided
there
to.
you go.
I've decided to sell my avatar skin. Anybody putting bids up, just let me know. Okay. I've been gone for a while because I've been very busy. The movie project is working very quickly. I'm recording the audiobook as we speak. Well, not as we speak, but after we speak, I'll be recording it. And we're doing podcasts and some other things. And we have a trailer that's coming out right before Thanksgiving, and hopefully that will take off. And I got a couple things to do tonight because I haven't been here for a while. But I caught this today, and literally I heard this today, and I'm sure some of you have heard about it. Maybe you haven't. Walmart had to pull an ad for Halloween costumes that were geared towards plus-size girls. Okay.
They call them
After
fat
there was an
girls.
uproar of consumer complaints, people were tweeting the hell out of them, just saying, this is just wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. They dubbed this fat girl costumes. Okay. Walmart had an ad with big girls dressed as witches or fairy princesses, and while this was seen by a lot of people as discrimination of fat people, I think it's a refreshing bit of truth in advertising. What do you think? Okay. I mean, after all, you don't see some big ass broad modeling thong underwear on Victoria's Secret website, do you? I mean, really, you don't. I mean, you don't go into the finish line and get a ladies' sports bra size 48 triple D. I'm not even sure they make them. Okay. And you sure as hell don't see Bertha Two-Ton doing a Stairmaster commercial. They'd be giving her oxygen by the end of the 2-minute promo, okay? So I salute Walmart for their bold move. Now, because Walmart took the move and stuck their neck out here, other agencies are adopting the truth in advertising mantra. I think this is a watershed moment, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Here are some companies and the new mottos that they're going to be using just to let you know that we're here, okay? For one, Burger King. We aren't McDonald's, but hey, we have less bad press than they do. Okay, that's truth in advertising, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Number 2, Dick's Sporting Goods. So when is ping pong a sport? Okay. Number 3, Ben & Jerry's Ice Cream. 250 ways to rename vanilla with fruit. That is truth in advertising there, okay? Number 4, NBC. Don't like who's on late night? Just wait. I agree with that.
Okay.
Number 5, Disney. No one actually died during the filming of Pirates of the Caribbean because they were already dead. So there's your PG rating. Truth in advertising. Okay. Number 6, okay, the National Security Agency, the NSA. Their motto, you talked, we listened. You caught us, so who cares? Number 7, the Central Intelligence Agency. Who are we kidding? Number 8, here we go. The election's coming around. Number 8, the Republican Party. Their new motto. Nya, 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 nya. And finally, Linden Labs, new motto. Okay. Linden Labs, the 3D environment where you can play such exciting 1D games as Tiny Empires. Disclaimer, text may not res properly without the most up-to-date graphics card and fastest processor. Your performance may vary. So there is some truth in advertising. Now, I want to have some fun. I got my girl Dia here tonight, and God bless her, she puts up with a lot of shit from me. One of the things I love about Second Life, it's a global community, okay? People in this room here are from countries all over the world. And while every language on the planet is spoken here, the main language is usually English. Now, Second Life, years ago, was basically, and still is, a text-based communications world. I mean, sure, we got voice, but everybody types. Now, many non-English speaking residents have learned to read and write English. Speaking, it's quite another thing, okay? Now, Dia, when she first came to me, she didn't know how to speak English, okay? So I've been her teacher, and it's been an interesting time. Okay, now Dia can speak 5 languages, okay? I can speak 3 and 1 more badly, okay? And she speaks them like a native, but she says English is the hardest language she's ever had to learn. So for several hours every day, I work with her, and when I'm not whipping her, of course, so she can learn how to speak good English. But it's frustrating for her. She gets upset because English has so many laws that don't make sense, okay? You fucking Americans, you don't speak like you write. Example. R-E-A-D. You say read, you say read. You pronounce them differently, they mean something not the same. It's the same fucking word. How I learned this fucking language? So we continue to talk. You know, and she wants me to constantly correct her mistakes as they happen so she can get better, you know, and learn. So here's a typical conversation between Dia and I. Ring! Hello, baby, how are you? Oh, finally, I wait all the day for you. Finally. Yes, finally, I said. Finally. Yes, I am fine, but my name is Dia, not Allie. You know this. Okay.
Wow.
So what have you been doing tonight? Well, the man next door is potting up a new fence. He makes so much noise, I have a headache. A what? Headache. You know, my head pounding. Really? What's he doing to the fence? Well, he digged the hole to put in the pole. Now he makes the cement to put the hole for the pole. Cement? Cement. How you say? Concrete. Oh, we say cement. Cement? You say cement? Yeah, the letter C is pronounced C. Then why you not say sat? C-A-T, sat. You know, pussy sat. Well, it's kind of difficult to explain, okay? No shit, I know this. She learned the bad words just as you can see fine. Now, not the least of which is that she's learned through my rush hour in and rush hour out traffic.
Oh my God.
She's learned that the word motherfucker is both a noun and a verb. Yeah. So he puts the decament in the hole for the pole, and soon we'll be done. I'll bet you look forward to the end of it. Look forward? The fence is only 10 meters long. No need to look forward. Can see the end of it just fine. Oh, yeah, I don't see the hour. Don't see the hour? You know what time it'll be finished? What? No, I have no idea. Then how do you know what hour it'll be done? No, I don't. I don't see the hour means I can't wait for it. So then you look forward to it. But I don't see it how I can look forward to it. Who's on first? Never mind. You fucking Americans, I never learned English.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Her English lessons give me a headache. Okay. Now, headache. Now, I'm going to get some shit later on. Okay. Now, here we go. Courtesy of the late-night comedy hosts Letterman, Fallon, Ferguson, Mayor, Conan et al. Here is this week's edition of the Lightning Round. At a polling station, when President Obama was standing next to a woman, a man shouted out, "Hey, Mr. President, stay away from my girlfriend." He didn't say this because Obama was flirting with her, but because his girlfriend is a Democrat running for re-election. Looks like they're working out the Ebola situation. The CDC has released new guidelines about what healthcare workers should wear to protect themselves while treating Ebola patients. For starters, this Halloween they've outlawed the slutty hazmat suit. Damn. Game one of the World Series is in the record books. The Kansas City Royals haven't been in the World Series since 1985. Things were very different back then. Tensions were high with Russia. Congress was locked up in partisan bickering. My career was in the dumps. Well, okay, these are all bad examples. All right, over the weekend, President Obama told Americans not to panic about Ebola. Then when asked about Democrats' chances in the upcoming midterm elections, Obama said, "Man, that Ebola sure is scary," and I fucked that one up. Okay. After embracing the gay community last week, the Vatican is now distancing itself from these comments. The Vatican explained, "Hey, that was just one crazy weekend, okay? We've all had them, right?" Okay. Politicians in Miami have passed a resolution to split Florida into 2 states. Yeah, the 2 states would be known as Geezerville and Methylvania. I can't wait for that one. I think Thinker's moving down there. The annual Waste Book report was released today. This is an annual report that lists what Senator Tom Coburn describes as wasteful government spending. I didn't read it. I'm waiting for the movie to come out. Do you know our government spent $387,000 to give rabbits a daily massage? That doesn't sound wasteful to me. That just sounds adorable. It's kind of ironic for a member of Congress to be complaining about government waste. I think we spend around $5 billion every year on Congress. We don't seem to be getting anything out of that, right? What we got is a report on how much money they waste. So thank you. Now, the head of the TSA is stepping down after more than 4 years on the job. Well, he actually stepped down a while ago, but he's been going through security for 3.5 years. So. And he announced he's stepping down, so whoever's going to take his place is going to have some pretty big shoes to take off at security. President Obama just appointed someone named Ron Klain as the new Ebola czar to oversee the government's response to the crisis. You know, that'll be a tough job, but not as tough as introducing yourself as the Ebola czar and then extending your hand to someone. Oh, no. Today they arrested a White House intruder who was jumping over the fence to get out of the White House. Put that guy back inside. The Pentagon just announced its fight against ISIS will be called Operation Inherent Resolve. They came up with that name using Operation Random Thesaurus. The Pentagon has picked Operation Inherent Resolve as a name to fight ISIS. Unfortunately, 2 terrorists got away while they were busy thinking of that name. Who cares what you call it? Just fucking do something. Here we go. A Dutch motorcycle gang called No Surrender has declared war on ISIS and plans to ride their motorcycles through Syria and Iraq.
Good luck.
When they heard the name No Surrender, the Pentagon said, damn, that would have been a perfect name. President Obama is trying very hard to put people at ease about it. The Ebola patients. Man, Obama will do anything to get out of that job right now. What do you think? Last night, the governor of Florida refused to come out for a debate. He was so upset about his opponent that he had a fan under the podium to keep cool. Now, a governor and a fan are very different, of course. One oscillates back and forth, blowing hot air in everybody's face, and the other one's a fan. During the interview, Senator John McCain declared the U.S. isn't winning the war against ISIS. Even ISIS said, well, not with that attitude. The marriage rate has hit an all-time low, with 1 in 5 adults over 25 having never been married. In fact, an ad firm has come up with slogans to get people on board. One slogan is, marriage, satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Well, half of it anyway. I was happy to see our old friend Jay Leno's coming back to television. He's coming back to CNBC, and he's got a brand new show. Have you seen this? He drives a variety of exotic vehicles. Each week he runs down a different NBC executive. Good for him.
Sweet.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un made his first public appearance. For the last, because of health scares, they'll be taking your temperature at airport security. Well, that'll speed up lines. What do you think, folks? Okay. All right. On this day in 1912, think about this. President Teddy Roosevelt was shot, declined to go to the hospital, gave a 90-minute speech with a bullet in his chest. On this day in 2012, I spent the whole day on WebMD because my eyelid wouldn't start twitching. Have we come a long way, right? In North Korea, dictator Kim Jong-un made his first public appearance in over a month. He put on weight and he's carrying a cane. Kim Jong-un is a top hat and monocle away from being a Batman villain at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show, and please give till it hurts.
Yeah, that's... Apparently, their last year Fisher-Price toys, and there's no way they had all those devices already. Come on, guys. Little red light comes out. Okay, you can go. You can go. Yeah, right. It's as bad as somebody I saw got a bottle of pills for their dog from the vet, and it says on it, for dog, take one tablet daily, and then underneath it says, may cause drowsiness. Alcohol may intensify the effect.
Great.
And operating a car or dangerous machinery. You gotta love it, right?
Scooby-Doo, I don't think it's a problem.
Great. What?
So unless it's Scooby-Doo, I don't think it's a problem.
And then I had one of these, these toy. What are these little toys that they have like wheels on and they can roll them? It's almost like a It's like a skateboard, but it's a skateboard, I guess. It says on it. It says this product moves when used.
No.
You gotta love it. Yeah. By the way, Tamara Hayden's coming up in a few moments. We may be a couple minutes running overtime, but she's going to stay a lot overtime. She says she'll stay here until we raise enough money to get her out of here. So,
all right.
So anyhow, so here's a couple of the dumbest Facebook things, okay? This one person posted, did anyone else used to think Alaska was an island?
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Here's another one. Yeah, and here's another one. Said so-and-so was just trapped on an escalator for hours after the power went out.
Someone come and rescue us, please.
Yeah, and here's another one. You gotta love these people who are right there next to you in the supermarket shopping. It's a good thing Halloween didn't fall on the 13th this year, because that would have been really scary. And then I'm gonna bring Catboy up, but next I'll just leave you with this one. This person says, "I've got a new number. Text me for the number." Come on, Catboy, get up here. Let's
Okay.
get it.
Yay! Just a sec. Let me set
Catboy.
up a thing. I gotta set up
your
a
thing. His thing.
oh,
Don't
my,
forget to give money while he's setting up his thing.
thing. Yeah, there we go.
Call it money.
There we go. I'm really glad that there's not any new faces in here because I don't want to explain this is my Halloween costume.
Good God.
Yes, exactly. For any of you who don't know, this is his Halloween costume. You have to come back next week to see what he's talking about.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to start up with the news. Anybody here? Here comes Honey Boo Boo has become, there goes Honey Boo Boo. TLC dropped it.
Yep.
TLC dropped it, and it was because Honey Boo Boo's mother was apparently has started dating a man who is a convicted pedophile.
All right.
So TLC dropped it, and I thought, well, you know what? If the only men she meets are men who hang out at child beauty pageants, who the hell else is she going to date? There you go. Anybody here, just before we started tonight, about an hour before we started, NASA lost a rocket tonight. Yes, big old rocket. Blew up on the launch pad. Nobody hurt. It was an unmanned rocket. No one on the ground was hurt. Apparently it was delayed. It was supposed to go up yesterday, but somebody on a fishing boat had wandered in a little too close. And well, now you know the reason why. They canceled the launch for something like that. But a lot of people are arguing this was a private company, actually. It was not one of NASA's own rockets. It was a private company called Orbital something or other. And a lot of people are saying that maybe we should go with the other rocket, Elon Musk's, the Falcon 9, because his rocket has a 100% success rate. But the guy said, look, every single rocket in the world has a 100% success rate until it blows up for the first time. If you think about it.
Well, of course.
And today just happened to be that one's turn. Anyway, let's see. Last week I told a bunch of blonde jokes. What I thought I'd do is I'm going to even things out, and I'm going to tell a bunch of men jokes tonight. Today the men are in for it. Like, why are blonde jokes so short? So men can follow them. Sure. All right, we're going to lay on with a bunch of men jokes. Let's see what we got here. Why do men actually enjoy mowing the lawn? Anyone know? Why do men enjoy it? Because we don't want women to find out how ridiculously easy it is compared to vacuuming a house. There you go. How are men like lawnmowers? What do men have in common with lawnmowers? Anyone know? We're hard to get started. We admit obnoxious orders, and half the time we don't even work properly. Okay. How do you define eternity? You probably might remember this from your childhood. 4 men discussing a house furnace. Remember our parents used to do that all the time? It's like, why do you gather around a furnace? Okay, why do men make fun of women for not knowing how to read a map properly? Why do we do that? We tell jokes about women not being able to read maps. Why? Because we don't know how to read the meter, but we don't want you to let on it. We don't want you to figure that out. We're not going to let you on about that. Or why do men get so upset when women fold a map improperly? Why do we get all upset? Because Yeah, because we don't want to lose our spot. Now, I notice some of the women are laughing at that, but the men are like, dude, that's serious. Don't make fun of that. Okay, why does it take 100 million sperm to fertilize one egg? Anyone know? Because none of them will stop for directions. Why do men need instant replay in sports? Why do we need instant replay in sports? Because after 30 seconds, we forget what happened. How do men exercise on the beach? What's our most common way of exercising on the beach? Sucking in our stomachs every time we see a bikini walk by. How do you force a man? If you want a guy to do sit-ups, how do you force a man to do sit-ups? You got to duct tape the remote to his foot. It's like, get up, change the channel, up, change the channel. Okay. How many men does it take to open a beer? Well, none, really. You should be open by the time you ladies bring it to us. Okay. How do men define a 50-50 relationship? You cook, we eat. You clean, we dry. You iron, we wrinkle it. Okay. How do you prevent a man from reading your email? Now, this is some good advice for women. What does it mean when a man...
Why did I get ejected?
Okay. What does it mean when a man... Okay, let's start this over. What does it mean when a man is in your bed gasping for breath and calling your name? You're not holding down the pillow hard enough. Okay? There we go. What do you do with a bachelor who thinks he's God's gift to women? You take him back for an exchange. Okay, men are usually not so great at cooks, so here we go through the reasons why. Why can't men make Jell-O? How the hell are you supposed to fit 2 cups of water in those tiny little packets? Why can't you trust a man to cook a roast? Because we don't know that the smoke alarm is not meant to be a backup oven buzzer. Okay. Here's one. Why do men have square hips? Why do men have square hips? Anyone know? Because we forget to take out the tissues out of the box when patting our junk. Okay, why do men always wear the same clothes all the time? You ever notice that, especially in Second Life? You just stick to one thing, you wear it forever. It's not that we haven't discovered style, it's because women have not discovered comfort yet. Otherwise, why would you still be wearing high heels? Why didn't... Yeah. Well, here's a list of things that men never say. You're never going to hear these things from a man. Like, thank God it's oatmeal raisin and not chocolate chip. Where are all these boos coming from? This is so mean-spirited. Okay, gentlemen.
Oh, they're left over from last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's all. Yeah, at least Haley's still here.
It's getting scary in here.
Damn it, I'm gone for a couple
joke,
weeks and
right?
we'll go to hell.
That's a good joke, right?
Okay, list of things that men never say. Excuse me, stranger, can you tell me how to reach this distance? All right, I'm finishing up now. That's it for tonight.
Oh, they're just teasing you. Oh, wait a minute. What's the guy pushing you off stage? Who is he?
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
I think I might have to. That's unacceptable. Well, I didn't want to ban you. I wanted you just to know that I meant what I meant, and then you would come back and be nice. You're not going to continue, are you? Because then we will. Is that necessary or not? What do you say? You all right now?
This is Tourette's, you know. You can't help him. He can't help himself.
Okay.
I remember my first beer.
Here are a few things to just. If you buy Domino's cane granulated sugar, it says on the box ingredients sugar. Well, you got to wonder about that. How important is that?
No shit.
Dolly Madison makes ice cream and says on it artificially flavored real fruit. Hey, got to wonder about those guys, right? Sainsbury's mineral water actually says on the bottle suitable for vegetarians.